guys, welcome back to our channel. Today's video is just going to be a sit down video. It's just going to be me. I hope that's okay. um, I've been wanting to talk about this topic for a while now, but I never had the nerve, I guess, to do a video about it. But now, I think I want to finally voice my opinion. It's a topic that you don't hear a lot about, and it's mental illness. Mental illness is running my family, both my mother and my father's side. Um, and, I myself, have been diagnosed with a few. I have severe depression. I have panic attacks. I have anxiety attacks. It hasn't been diagnosed, but I believe I have OCD. And there's all kinds of mental illnesses and stuff like that. There's schizophrenia, there's bipolar, there's manic depression. There's a wide range of illnesses. And I've noticed that when people, are diagnosed with something like that, people immediately get scared. They think that there's something wrong with that person. And just because they have a mental illness does not mean there's anything wrong with them. It just means that they're sick. And they were probably on medication, or they're getting on medication, or they're in therapy. There's all kinds of, things that you have to take into account. There's no reason for you to treat that person any different. There's no reason for you to act like you're scared of that person. They might say things sometimes, and it might scare you. But most of the time, nothing happens, from their words. They're just speaking out. And maybe it's in anger, maybe it's in fear, who knows? But unless the person has ever physically harmed anyone, you can't take everything that they say to heart. And I look at people, who have autism. I know some people that have autism. And, I notice how they get treated differently. And and again, there's nothing wrong with those people. Nothing. They're the same as me and you. You just have to handle them in a different way. You have to do things differently with them, but there's nothing wrong with them. And people that are, mean to people like that, and people that have mental illnesses and stuff, they need to really step back and think, what if this happened to my kid? What if this happened to my sister, to my brother, to my niece, my nephew, whatever? How would I feel if something happened to somebody that I love? How would I feel? And I guarantee you they wouldn't want their loved one to be treated the way that they treat others. And the parents need to talk to their children and educate them. Just because someone's sick, just because someone's different, doesn't mean you should have the right to go out and pick on them or make them feel like they're not good enough. You need to treat them the way you treat anybody else. Treat them with respect. If you don't like them because they're not a nice person, that's one thing. But to single them out and be mean to them because they're different, because they have a sickness, that's wrong. God created everyone, and we're all perfect in His eyes. We're all His children. And, the world would be pretty boring if we were all exactly the same. That's why He made us all different. And I don't know. I just, I see people, some people are scared to talk about it. And like I said, I've been scared for a while. Because I don't want people to shun me or treat me different or act like they're afraid of me, or anything like that, because I'm still the same person I always was. I take medication to help me. And it does help. Without the medication, I would spend my days crying. That was all I would, that was all I would do. I would just spend my days crying. From the time I woke up in the morning, and I would cry myself to sleep. But now I can function. I can get up in the morning and not cry. I can go to bed at night and not cry. And like I said, it's a topic that people don't want to talk about. People don't want to think about it. They want to brush it off, brush it under the rug. But we don't need to do that. We need to get to bring awareness to it. We need to stop treating people any different than we are. We need to love everyone. Half the time, I think personally, these people might lash out sometimes because they want to be accepted. They want to feel the same love that everybody else feels. They want to feel respect. They want to feel like, people care about them. They don't want people to be scared of them because they're not going to hurt anybody. I guess there are those rare instances where people have hurt people. And, I'm not saying that's right or anything, but, because it's not. But, like I said, if people would stop judging others just because they have a, diagnosis, if they would stop judging them and actually get to know the person inside, chances are they might like them. That could be their best friend. That could be their future husband or wife or, whatever. But people are so scared and they're so worried and they don't want to take the time. But I hope, people will listen to this video and, they'll actually think about their actions. Because it's really hard to watch someone you love come home in tears because they've been picked on, because they're different. We're all different. And I don't think anyone can honestly say that they've never been picked on. And I know that's people are probably thinking, well, it doesn't matter, if they're different. People are going to are going to pick on you no matter what. And I understand that. But when adults treat kids like they're, bad or they're scared of them, that's where I kind of have to say, okay, you're the parent. The children are learning their behaviors from you. And that kid that you're saying is weird or scary or whatever, they could be the nicest person you ever want to meet. And that's all I'm saying, guys. I'm just saying, take the time to get to know somebody before you judge them. Don't label them as mean. Don't label them as scary. Just get to know them. And if after you get to know them, you still don't like them, that's fine. Just don't be around them. But don't make them feel worthless. Don't make them feel like they're not important, because they are. And they have feelings. And they matter. If you've made it through this whole video, thank you. Be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Leave us some comments in the comment section. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.